In June 2023, I crossed the border from Cameroon to this tiny Central African country called Equatorial Guinea. And I arrived at this absurd large luxury hotel in the middle of the jungle called Grand Hotel di Bloho. I was coming just in time to participate in this world summit for most traveled people, a network of globetrotters. And I had been invited here to present my philanthropic pilgrimage as a keynote speaker.
When they come over in a good distance before they are at the Hammock, they start shouting, "Hey, are you okay?"
The conference lasted for 5 days and it was really a great event. I met so many nice people, inspiring people, of which many have been traveling to every single country in the world. They even made a fundraiser for Walking for Water, so thank you so much for that, guys. I also had another unique experience at the hotel as I were meeting the chimpanzees living there. These creatures are so humanoid and intelligent and strong, and yeah, this was really a memorable experience as well. Afterwards, I were continuing my walk to Bata, the largest city on the mainland in Equatorial Guinea, and I actually ended up staying here for 3 months in total, where I was exploring the local culture, where the Makuyu, where this mask is dancing to call the spirits of the ancestors when a child is born or someone is passing away, and other like big events. I also went sailing in pirogue, these local wooden canoes, and then I spent a substantial amount of time looking into some market analysis to make a business plan for some farming project together with my host and friend Oscar. So that was dragging out a bit, but I don't want to bore you with that. And now to what this video is really going to be about. My journey from Bata in Equatorial Guinea to Coco Beach at the border of Gabon. So the day has come. The mule and I, we're on the road again. And we have just left from Oscar's home. And today we're going to walk pretty much along the coast down to a place called Mbini. I will probably find a place to camp outside of the city. So between 30 and 35 kilometers, I guess we have to walk today. And the weather is good. As you see, it's cloudy, so not too hot. And I have all my power banks charged and have downloaded some good audiobooks and podcasts, and actually really looking forward to just now having to just enjoy the view around me, listen to books, and get some kilometers behind me. It has been some very administrative past couple of months, so it's good now to get back on the road again. And then we just hope that it will not rain too much, so that I can keep dry in the night, and so the dirt roads, which is mainly going to be in Gabon, that those will not be limiting my pace too much. But I'm sure we will get obstacles along the way, and that's also part of the adventure. 18 kilometers down today. I still have maybe 10 or 12 or so to go before I'm where I'm gonna set camp. I think it will start raining soon. It already starts dripping a little bit. But it's actually nice to be cooled down. I know I said when I started walking that it was cloudy, and it is. As you see, there are still clouds everywhere, but the sun also shines through. If you look at my arm, you can see it's quite it's quite red. So yeah, I have got some sun today after all. Even though I am using sunscreen. I know my mother and my girlfriend will team up and kick my ass if I don't use sunscreen, so I do that. 5 kilometers left to the goal for today, and yeah, it just started raining a bit, so I found a shelter here in the side of the road where I can try to wait off this rain. But I don't know if it will wear over. If it's continuing like this in more than 10 minutes or so, then I will just continue walking. So I am closing in on what is going to be today's camp spot. There was a hole in the fence here where I could come down to the water, and it, yeah, as you see, it looks like there is a church here. And now I will try to see if I can find a place with a good distance between the trees for a hammock, and then I will just enjoy the sunset while setting up my camp. And tomorrow I'm gonna cross the bridge you can see over here, and then I will come into Mbini, and then I will have an online meeting tomorrow in the morning. So it's probably good that I'm in a town there. But for now, I have to find a place here to put up my camp. And it looks like it could be down here. So we found a place to camp for the night, and as you can hear, it's raining, and I just got to set my hammock up like the minute it started raining. So that was quite lucky. Now I just hope that I suspend the rain tarp well enough so that I can keep dry in the night. And if not, well, it's not super cold, so it's not a big deal, but it's just nice to be dry when you want to sleep. Good morning, guys. Here from a few kilometers from Mbini, still in Equatorial Guinea. Out here we have the ocean, so I actually been sleeping almost with an ocean view. But it's quite cloudy and it's been raining most of the night, so yeah, I have just kept under my shelter. I was a bit afraid that it would not keep me dry, because as you see here, the rainfly is put up a bit steep. Because if I take another step down there, I will fall down. It looks like it's going to rain most of the day and all of the week. So I can just as well get used to that. And I was quite lucky to find this place, to be honest, because there are not many places that I can see is very easy to set camp along the way. In the rainy season, the vegetation becomes very dense. So I'm probably going to find some villages to sleep in. But we'll see, we take it as it comes. That's part of the adventure. I never really know where I'm going to end the day. As you can see, I have got some color. Yeah, I didn't expect it to be this sunny yesterday, because it's really been shining through the clouds. But yeah, that's a lesson learned for today, to protect myself, at least on the underarms and in the face. So I don't get yeah, so much sun as I did yesterday. There's a lot of mangoes. This is a big mango tree, and that is really something you see a lot, that the fruit trees, when it's season, they give so much fruit that it's just wasted, because yeah, that the market price drops to close to nothing, because everything is ripe at the same time and everyone have their own trees. So you just have so much food wastage here in Africa as well. I know the numbers for Nigeria. That is about 40% of the food that is wasted. I don't know what it is here in the country, but I imagine it's close to the same. So that is also another thing I'm trying to look into. Could we do something to minimize the food wasted? For example, making juice from it, mango juice, or other things to preserve it. So yeah, if you have some good ideas, please let me know. It's really a lovely weather today. I think I will get soaked within the first hour of walking. But soon I will cross the bridge ahead of me. It's maybe not easy to see it in the mist, but there is a long bridge going to Mbiti, something like that. And then I will take a little break to have some online meeting, and hopefully the weather is better when I move on. It keeps raining and raining and raining. So I have just made a little stop in a village, one of these roadside villages, to see if I can wait out the rain, that it will maybe become a little bit less. And got myself some food and a little beer, and I don't think I can stay here for very long because it's already past 2 o'clock, and I need to find a place to camp. I still have another maybe 10-15 kilometers to go today, and then to find a good place to camp before it gets dark. So I spend another 5 minutes here, and then I probably change my boots to sandals, because the problem about boots in the rainy season is that when they get wet, they destroy my feet. It's not good for the feet to walk in wet boots. So then I rather change to sandals, because when the boots first get wet, they take a long time to dry again. So I think that's the plan, changing to sandals and then just keep moving despite the weather, because if it's going to be like this all day, well, I have to move forward anyway. And so I have changed to some better footwear, and I'm ready to hit the road again. Let's get out in the rain. Yeah. Today I was slapped in the face by a police officer. Despite I had many trouble with the checkpoints and different authorities on this journey, I never really been slapped in the face by an African police officer before anyway. So that was a virgin experience. And what happened is that I was just walking through the rain. It's been raining most of the day. Right now we have a little break, which is nice, but I was walking in the rain and this car pulls up on my side. Civil car, Lexus. The guy on the passenger seat rolls down the window. He's wearing a black tracksuit, Adidas, looking like some sort of gangbanger or whatever. None of them is wearing a uniform. And now they want to see what I have in my box. And they want to see my documents. But by principle, I don't give my documents to someone who cannot prove their authorities, because, well, if I lose my passport, then I'm kind of fucked. And these guys could not prove they were authorities, so why would I give them my passport? And I didn't want to open this either, because if they're not authorities, it's not really any of their business what I carry around. And it's raining down. I don't want my stuff to get wet. So now these guys got out of the car. I just continued walking, but they went over to stop my mule so I could walk no further. And the one guy, he takes from his trunk a AK-47. Shit. So now there was not so much I could do to really physically oppose them anymore. But this just made me even more annoyed, because what do you want to intimidate me like this with a weapon? You think you can just shoot me like this or what? I'm not gonna to give you my documents if you cannot prove who you are. So then, while the one guy kept me in chairs, the other guy, he went to get some other reinforcement, someone who had a military ID. So a second car would be coming, and two guys will step out, and one of them, he showed his military ID, and I gave him my passport. And he could see the stuff in my mule, and I just got more and more annoyed, because they kept shuffling around in this passport, and it was
pouring down with rain, so it got wet, my stuff got wet, my passport got wet, and I just started trash talking this guy with the AK and the tracksuit because he was so fucking annoying. So eventually he just went and slapped me on the side of the face. And then luckily I kept my calm. I think I was quite outnumbered in this situation, and didn't want to start a fight with the authorities, and definitely not with armed people. So I had to keep my calm, and eventually these guys, they decided that even 4 men strong, they were not able to really see in my passport if I were allowed to be there. So I had to wait again, while one car were driving to Mbini to pick up a bigger chief with more on his shoulders. So now, after wasting an hour of my time just standing in the rain, this other car will come. And this guy, he was also looking at my passport and concluded that, well, my visa is okay. Well, I already have a visa to Gabon, so my story about going to Gabon seems quite legit. Now they had problems with this machete that I have, but since I'm living in the bush, that is also understandable that I want to carry a machete, so there wasn't any problem really. And then I asked for the name of that guy who had slapped me because I wanted to send a complaint, but they know it's not nice and blah blah blah. And at the end of the day I let them go. But annoying to have wasted so much time of my day anyway. That is actually my biggest problem. But good that it didn't end any worse. Yeah, that was the fairy tale of today. I'm closing in on my camp spot at the sea today. See if I can find some good trees there. It's a little wet to get here, but that's okay. Good that I'm wearing my sandals. So yeah, today I'm here in good time. There's an hour before the sun goes down, and I have plenty of time to find a good spot and set up my camp. We're here at today's camping spot. I don't know about you, but I think this could be worse than sleeping on a palm beach. And I'm quite alone here. There's not a lot of people around to disturb me. So some pros and cons about camping at the beach. The pros, you're close to the water. The cons, you're pretty damn close to the water. So even if the tide is low when you arrive, it might get high before you leave. This is the road that I came from. This is the road that I'm going. And as you see, it's just forest on both sides. And this is pretty much how it has been looking like everywhere. I would have liked to take some more different pictures and video clips, but it's all quite identical really. It's lovely. It's nice with all this wild nature so close to the road. But if you have seen 20 pictures of that, then the next 20 will look the same. Hi guys, it's now 1 o'clock and I've just been checked in on a hotel in Kogo. This is the last city in Equatorial Guinea, but I was first supposed to arrive here in another 2 days. But what happened is that after walking 30 kilometers yesterday, I arrived to a checkpoint in a small village called Cadiz. And I was met by a very angry military man who I think he was sure I was a spy or mercenary or something like that. Anyway, he didn't believe that my visa was all right. So I was interrogated for 3 hours, and eventually they called the high chief
police chief to come here from Kogo, since it's under that district. So when he finally arrived, as usual, he looked into my stuff and could conclude that I'm legally in the country. But for security reasons, he could not allow me to sleep in the bush. So I was driven with him to Kogo to meet another even higher police chief. Maybe 1 hour ago at midnight, we went to meet the high chief, and he also concluded very fast that everything was okay. And he wanted to give me a hotel to spend the night. So here I am now. First we had to drive around a bit to find a hotel that was open. We went to a couple of places that were closed. But now I'm here, and tomorrow morning at 8 they will pick me up again. I brought my box also. But the chassis of the mule is still in Cadiz, so they will drive me back there, and I will continue walking from where I came to today. You know, I've been spending 5 hours now just going through this fucking stuff, and it's getting tiring that they can't just, the authorities here are not able to just look into my passport and see that I have my visa. I am not a criminal of some sort, so I have to spend so much time waiting, and people are really rude. I mean, the big chiefs are very polite, but these chiefs on ground in these checkpoints, sometimes I don't understand how they can manage a job like that, because they are really rude and threatening. Before even getting my side of the story, they start accusing me for all kinds of bullshit. But yeah, at the end of the day, I ended up in a hotel room paid by the police, and now I can get a warm shower. I must admit, when I arrived to Cadiz, my feet were wet, all my clothes were wet. I was kind of, it was dark, and I had to find a place to sleep. So a hotel room, well, I take it. And tomorrow I can come back and continue my journey, so that's lovely as well. And then it should take me another 2 days to walk here. So now I will just take a shower and go to sleep, and tomorrow is another walking day.
Good morning, guys. So I've just been picked up on my hotel in Kogo this morning, and then the big chief himself drove me back to the checkpoint. And now I started walking from here, and I just have 39 kilometers left to reach Kogo by foot. It's a bit tough right now. It's not raining today, but the sun is really shining through, and my arms are just pumping from sunburns, and my hands too, but I found some gloves, so at least I can protect my hands. But I really need to find a long sleeved shirt to protect my arms as well. Yeah, and it's very humid here. It's mangroves all around me, and I think the humidity and the heat together, it has this effect that I'm getting these warm blisters. So I have like bubbles on my hands. A bit nasty, but yeah, it will wear over. So I'm crossing the bridge to Kogo, and looks like there are some forest over there. So I will try to find a place there to camp. The sun is on its way down, so I only have about half an hour to find a good place. And then I will set up camp for today. And then tomorrow I only have 9 kilometers to where to take the boat. And it's nice to do that early, because crossing borders here in this continent can sometimes be a, you know, time-consuming experience. But it feels nice to be here. I'm almost halfway on my journey to Libreville. I think on the Gabonese side it will be more challenging than it have been here. Maybe not with the authorities, but then with the roads. We will see. So now it started raining, and this place that I entered is it's basically a swamp. I just have mangroves and water everywhere around me. So I don't think it is really possible to go into the bush here. So I might just see if that changes, and if not, then I'll probably continue all the way to Kogo and see if I can find a place to sleep there. So I made it to Kogo, and I found this nice place. I just been walking around in the town looking for places to camp, but you know, it's hard inside a town to find places to hide away and pitch the hammock. But then I had some food here on a Senegalese restaurant, and as you see, there are bars all the way around, and I'm locked in for the night. The owner was so kind to let me stay here for the night, so I can dry my clothes on the chairs, and I can pitch my hammock in the bars, and then I'm secure for the night. And tomorrow morning I will take the boat to Gabon. And now I'm just waiting for my boots to dry a bit, but I don't think I can wait for that, because that will take a long time. So that's the problem with getting the boots wet. And then I'm having a cup of coffee, café au lait, pain au chocolat. And then afterwards I think I will find the boat. Somewhere down there I have to go and take a boat to Gabon, and then cross the border before it gets too late. So yeah, it will be interesting. And so we're taking off from Kogo, and what a lovely day for a sailing trip it is. Lovely weather. So I don't know how long this trip will be, but we're ending over there somewhere at some time. And I'm looking forward to that. After 4 months in Equatorial Guinea, now it's Gabon. New adventures away. Welcome to Gabon! We made it over the Río Muni, and we are now in country number 23 out of 30 since I started in Denmark back in 2015. And here in Gabon, I'm looking forward to seeing the wildlife. There is a lot of wildlife in the jungles here. They should have a lot of mandrills and elephants at the beach. And they also have some quite interesting culture. Both the Mikuyu that I experienced a bit of in Equatorial Guinea, but they also have this native drug that's a little bit like ayahuasca. So I think I have to try that as well. It's legal here. So yeah, I hope you will all follow along, and we will see what the time will bring. And for the next 126 kilometers, I'm going to walk here from Kogo Beach and to Libreville, where I have a host, a couchsurfing host. And under normal circumstances, a trip like that will take maybe 4 days. But it's rainy season. I don't know how the roads look like. If it is dirt roads, I'm quite sure it will take longer, because then it's gonna be a mud bath. And with the mule here, it's not easy. So yeah, let's see what the time will bring.
I tried to make some order. That's right.